Welcome to Embracing Infinity, exploring the infinite oneness in the space of love and truth. Host Jennifer Rose is an international spiritual medium, healer, channeler, mentor, and transformational guide. Her focus is encouraging individuals to know themselves within the lens of their divine heart and highest potential, to evolve within the frequency of love and peaceful harmony. Now, here's your host, Jennifer Rose.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Embracing Infinity. I'm Jennifer Rose, and we are on the Sacred Spiral Network. Happy Friday. Happy weekend to all of you. I see a lot of our friends are already here, so welcome, welcome. Very happy to see you all and super excited about today's show with my dear friend and a fabulous medium, Judith Millar, and she will be joining us very shortly. Hello to Miss Evelyn Chesham. Happy Friday to you as well, and many blessings. Thank you for always supporting with your love. Hello, Miss Heidi Gold from Colorado. Good to see you too. Welcome. Thank you for being here as well. Kiara, thank you. Kiara J, yeah, good to see you, love. Thank you for being here as well. So happy you're here. I think I saw Arnie Layton in the house. Always early and ready for us. Thank you, my friend, representing the divine masculine. We love you, my friend. Just a few quick announcements for you all today before we get started. Tomorrow on the Sacred Spiral Network, we've got 3 shows coming up. Starting at, if I have it right, noon Pacific time, is Inner Realms, Outer Journeys with Karen Bonifilio and her guest going live. And then at 2:30 Pacific time, which is 10:30 in the UK and 5:30 Eastern, is Messages from the Enchanted Realms. That's my monthly show that I co-host with the lovely Fran Pierce and Shannon Rattay. So I know you're all excited to come to that every month as well too. Followed by Guided Life, which is hosted by Shannon Rattay once again too, and she always does something unique and special on every show as well too. So 3 fun shows tomorrow. I think today this is it for us. And then on Saturday is my For the Love of Spirit Sunday spiritual service. And my guest medium is our dear friend Lori Smith, who will be joining us as our guest medium. She will be doing messages from our loved ones in spirit, along with an inspired address. And of course, I've got my team angel, I love to call them affectionately, Kelly Brickle, Nancy Muratala, Fran Pierce, and Stacia Cherry. And they all help me with the healing, the poetry, the love, all of that good stuff too. So please do come. You can go to my website, mediumjenniferrose.com, to sign up. And just go to the events page and you'll find it there. You also can subscribe to my newsletter if you'd like, to be kept up to date of all of my new events, because I'm always updating them. I keep pretty darn busy. And that does remind me, after spiritual service, I have my once in a while event called Spirit Talk Ask the Medium. And that's going to be at 3 p.m. Pacific time, 5 Eastern, and 11 in the UK. And it's just a free online event on Zoom, 1 hour, and it gives people an opportunity to ask questions about spiritual topics. So we're not doing readings on that one, but people might say, what do you think about past lives? Or what do you think about reincarnation, things like that. And so that's a really good opportunity if you have a question and you're like, I'm not seeing quite what I'm looking for on YouTube or anything I'm reading. I wonder what that medium Jennifer has to say about that. So come on and join us for that. They're always different. They're always fun and informative too. So we'd love to see you. And again, just go to my website for that as well. You can also find me on Facebook on my 2 pages, Jennifer Rose and Medium Jennifer Rose, on Instagram at Jennifer Rose Medium, and on YouTube at Medium Jennifer Rose. So that's where y'all can find me. And we will also be sharing all of the links for our guest Judith Millar as well too. But you can also find all of this stuff in the description of the event, whether you're on Facebook or YouTube. So that will make it easy for you as well too. You just go back and look at it and they're all right there. So anyway, so that's what we've got going on this weekend. Lots of fun, 3 shows tomorrow. And then my Sunday spiritual service and my spirit talk over on Sunday. And then on Monday, one more plug. After Inner Realms and Outer Journeys, I think, again, I have to go back and double check, and Be in the Light at 4:30 with Brian Lahr. I will be back on with the Love Show. We've had a 2-week break. And my guests are none other than Michael Zinn and his lovely wife, Janice. Um, oh, Zerberg. I'm sorry, I can't say it right. Forgive me. I have to go practice that. But anyways, they're coming on as a couple, and we're going to talk about their story of how they came together too. So I know you all love the two of them so much. Tiverberg. There, I got it right. I remembered. Thank you, Spirit. They helped me. Okay. So I know you'll want to come and see them and support them. It'll be a lot of fun too. So I'm looking forward to having them joining us on for the Love Show, which is 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 Eastern, and 2 a.m. Tuesday in the UK. So, all right, let me get caught up with our hellos, and then we'll bring our beautiful Judith. I see Miss Linda Owen has joined us too. Welcome, Linda. Thank you for being here. Oh gosh, we got so many fun friends here. Lynn Juno, hello, Kaleidoscope Queen, good to see you. There's the Fairy Queen Fran, Holistic Harmonies, good to see you, Fairy Queen. Can't wait to see you tomorrow over on Messages from the Enchanted Realms. We get very silly and a little bit naughty on that show, so you can come for a reading or just some comic relief. Because that's what some people come for. But it's always uplifting and well-timed by Spirit, I have to say. Philosophy with Rich, good to see you. Thank you for being here. Jonathan Glass, great to see you too. Good to be here. Thank you. Laura is a fabulous medium. She's actually helping out in the background right now. Kelly's taking a little break so she can get caught up on other things. And so Laurie's doing a great job taking care of us as well too. So she's got like so many fun ways of working with Spirit too. Tani, hello. Thank you for joining us. I am well. Thank you. And a big thank you to our Lori for taking such good care of us. Kim Princess, hello, beautiful. How are you? Good to see you. And Jennifer McCormick is here as well, over from the UK. Great to see you, Jennifer. Thank you. Carrie Jenkins, nice to see you too. Looking lovely in your little blonde hair there. Good to see you. Okay, Ronnie Shabazian, you made it. Hello, my friend. Ronnie's my friend from California here too, and a Vietnam veteran, and we always do a live together on Memorial Day and Veterans Day too. So you can kind of make a mental note that you'll see the two of us going live coming up towards the end of May. That's not too far from now as well. So good to see you, Ronnie. Thank you for joining us. Linda Owen, hello. Good to see you too. Natasha Kennedy, hello. Good to see you too. And there is Brian Lar. How are you, my magical friend? And once again, he hosts every Monday, Be in the Light, on the Sacred Spiral Network at 4:30 p.m. Pacific. So it's a great show, so you don't want to miss that as well, too. Hello, Suze. Good to see you as well. Thank you for being here. Oh, my goodness. We're quite busy today. Wow. We've got so many people here. Wow. Fresh Panda, good to see you, too. So I can tell you're all excited for Miss Judith Millar. We're ready to reveal the unknown. The wizard is in the house, Lynn. Absolutely, the wizard is in the house. That's so cool. All right. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. And I am so excited to welcome back Miss Judith Millar. Not your first time on Embracing Infinity, and hopefully not the last. And thank you for being here again today, Judith.
No, thank you for having me. I always love coming on. I love our wee chats and whatever Spirit brings. We never know what Spirit's going to bring, but we're always up for
it. I've got the chills already, so I think they're ready for us.
Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed.
Woo. Yeah, and I know that when Spirit comes close, your voice starts to change. And I was like, as I was saying all that, I was like, oh my gosh, I could feel my voice isn't quite what it normally is too. So they're coming in strong for us here today.
Yeah, I love it when it's really nice when they join in.
It really is. It makes it that much more, remarkable and magical. And how have you been? The last time we saw you, I believe we did a show around Halloween in October, and we were talking all about physical mediumship, and that was absolutely beautiful to experience with you. And now we're kind of going in a little different direction here today.
Yes, very, very different, but not different, if that makes sense.
Makes total sense.
For me, I did take a long break. I had stuff going on, and we had a lot in the family. So for me, there was a long break, and it was important for me to practice what I preach. We're no different than anybody else, so we need that time. But I have Spirit said to me last year, you're going to be working on your own for a while and things is going to be quiet. And so in the background, they were preparing things that I wasn't aware of. As you know, they're very good at that and they love to spring things on you. But something that I have been really passionate about with Spirit is, in all the time that I've been working with Spirit, they always love to give like snippets of differences as how we see reality or how reality is. They always love to throw in different things. And that's very much part of where I'm going. My journey's changing, the physical's changing, but it's all encompassing together. So it's all coming together, and I'm trusting. I'm trusting.
Yeah, it's very exciting. It's very exciting. So I love where Spirit is taking you and all of us along for the ride, literally.
Yeah. It's amazing where we can go when we trust.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I want to say hi to MC. Good to see you, Michael Christopher. Thank you for joining us. Fulham has come on too to support you here, Judith, too. So great to see you. Thanks for being here too. So, all right, Miss Judith, I'm going to read your bio. So if anyone's just getting to know you, because there's so many wonderful and fabulous things that you do. So we don't want to make sure we don't leave anything out. So everyone, and again, thank you for being here. Miss Judith Millar is an international spiritual physical medium and advanced spiritual and personal development coach dedicated to helping others reconnect, heal, and rediscover their true selves. Through her work as a physical medium, Judith works closely with her spirit team. Her sessions are known for their powerful physical and tangible connections, alongside heartfelt messages that offer comfort, reassurance, and a sense of closeness beyond words. Judith also provides spiritual development and counseling, helping individuals discover their spiritual side and the natural abilities they carry within. Her work gently opens doors of awareness while supporting clients to overcome fears, blocks, and self-limiting beliefs, allowing them to move forward with clarity, confidence, and purpose. She is the founder of Wellness and Holistic Unite, CIC, a community-focused organization offering well-being and holistic therapies, emotional support, and trauma-informed services to individuals facing life challenges. Through her work, Judith is committed to creating safe, inclusive spaces where people feel seen, supported, and empowered. As the founder of the Authentic Self Academy, Judith provides a dedicated space for spiritual learning, growth, and self-discovery, guiding individuals to reconnect with their authentic selves and realize that everything they need already exists within them. Through her fortnightly podcast, I think that means every 2 weeks, right, Judith?
It does, yes.
For us Americans, called Ask Spirit, Judith shares spirit revelations, exploring the hidden truths and deeper mysteries of our world, and universe, creating a space for spirit to interact with the world. Judith's work is rooted in compassion, lived experience, and authenticity, creating meaningful connections that support healing, growth, and transformation. You can find her on Facebook at Judith Millar 1111. Her Facebook group is Authentic Self Academy. Her YouTube channel is Judith Millar Spiritual Medium 6781. And her TikTok is Medium 1111. I hope I got that right, Judith.
You did.
Beautiful. And I'm hoping I fixed. I'm just looking at your YouTube channel. Yes, I did. I fixed it. There was a letter missing on the part I was reading, but I made sure it was right. So, and hello to everybody who's joined us. So we're going. You've got this new show because you were doing prophetic news, but now you've been moved into a different direction, and Spirit is revealing all kinds of things to you. And so your show starts next week. So everybody, you'll want to subscribe over on YouTube on her channel so that you can watch it. But what you've discovered is that there are revelations, and what we think is hidden is not hidden. And the veil isn't what we think it is either. So this is, I love that we can now offer everybody another lens of looking at reality.
Yeah. And it's not, prophetic news is something that is very close to my heart, because it's still, I'm still great friends with Marcus, and it's something that will maybe continue on. I felt it was something that needs to be separated, because for me, everybody who knows me knows that I'm very much about the thing. I'm very much about spirit, and I felt spirit were coming forward with more and more revelations that they were sharing. I felt they needed their own platform, so not me. It's, yes, I'll be presenting the show, but it's a space for spirit, because without our guides, without spirit, without the information, we can't do what we do. And for me, it was important to give them their place. And so we've turned it into a podcast. Each fortnight will be something different. The first podcast is about the Bermuda Triangle and the mysteries surround that. So it's spirit talk. They're always talking about the mysteries that are in plain sight. They're never hidden. They're never hidden. It's our perception. They keep telling me trajectory is the objectory. That they always tell me trajectory is the objectory, and it's fascinating and it's exciting, and I'm really looking forward to giving them that platform and saying, I don't know what spirit's going to come forward with. So it's very much down to that trust. I trust, and I'm giving them that platform, and we'll see. Is it channeling, or is it going to be a bit of both? I don't know yet, but I'm looking forward to it.
I love it. I love it. And so this is not about just giving information that we've read in books and things like that over time or garner. This is like, what does spirit want to say about this right now? What do they want to tell us about the Bermuda Triangle? And then you're going to help to facilitate that. Hi, Ed. Hi, Maggie.
So spirit want us to open the eyes a wee bit more, open our minds a wee bit more. A lot of time we think we're open. We think we're very open to like different ideas. We're spiritually open, but sometimes we're actually quite closed. So the Bermuda Triangle is one that we started with because there's a lot of myth around that. When spirit talk about that, they talk about time zones. So the information that spirit's going to be bringing forward, it's not all information that's you can read in a book. It's not information that you can always go and check. It's very much what they want to reveal. So with the Bermuda Triangle, they keep talking about time zones. And that's really interesting, because I feel it's the time we rely on time. As we know, there is time's just something we've created ourselves and feel the need to use. But spirit very much, the connection with the Bermuda Triangle, it's more than just an energy. It's more than just a parallel of portals. There's an overlapping there, and time zones is very much connected to that. They want to bring that forward and make us aware that Pacific times, it's not that there's stories that people have got lost. There's stories that, ships have vanished. They've just moved somewhere else. They've just moved somewhere else.
They've moved somewhere else. Yeah. I love that. I love that. Christine is saying the Bermuda Triangle has always, I think she means interested her or fascinated her for various reasons. It's hard when you're typing on your phone because your little finger's on the phone trying to get all the words in. Arnie's saying he feels the triangle was made to make fear and to hide what is there and done there too.
Yeah.
Interesting.
There's a
Yeah.
lot under the sea.
Yeah.
There's a lot. Yeah.
So much more. Yeah. We've seen and we've seen documentaries over the years and things in books and things like that, but there's, like you're saying, many more layers to it that are going to be discovered. Now, is your show on their Bermuda Triangle next week? Is that right? Is it on Wednesday?
The 22nd. It's on Thursday, 22nd.
Okay. At what time is it?
7:30 p.m. UK time.
Okay, so that'll be 11:30 Pacific and
Yes,
1:30 Eastern. Okay.
Yeah, and 2:30 Eastern time.
Okay, cool. Every 2 weeks too. So I know we don't want to give too much away because you're going to be a Jewish. So it is Wednesday. Okay, so 11:30 Wednesday a.m. Pacific time, 1:30 Eastern time, and 7:30 in the UK time. Excellent. And okay, that's going to be a lot of fun. I can't wait to tune in. Is that going to be on Facebook and YouTube or just YouTube?
At the moment, I think it'll be on YouTube.
Okay.
What's special about it, and I'm really looking forward to it, is it's the audience asking the questions.
Okay, so they can come in and ask questions. Okay.
Absolutely. So it's to give Spirit a chance to interact with the audience. So yes, we've got that topic, and we'll talk a little about the topic, but then whatever questions, there's nothing off bar, there's nothing on hold, we're going all out. So whatever questions the audience have and the audience want to ask regarding the topic each fortnight, we're open. And if Spirit doesn't speak the answer, they'll tell me the answer, and they'll give it. Yeah. So I
love that. I love that. So this is not going to be your average show.
It's really important to me. It's Spirit's show. For me, it's Spirit's show.
Yeah.
I
love this, Judith. I love this. And as we were chatting before a few days ago too, kind of to segue in, you were explaining that Spirit has shown you that, reality isn't what it seems, because we kind of understand that it appears very physical, but it's more holographic in nature. And you were talking about how there's like different layers. It sounded very holographic-y, kind of the way that you were describing it too. But speaking of layers, as we're uncovering layers of mystery, Spirit is showing you things in layers as well.
So Spirit talk about they talk about the purple area in space. They talked about Planet 9. Planet 9 is not what people think it is. Planet 9 hasn't been discovered. They talk about the moon, and they give information about the moon. They gave me information about the stars, all the constellations. See, Marcus is on, and we chatted about this, and they told me that we talk about as above, so below, but they said to me, every constellation is a ley line point and is a map of the Earth.
Oh, so wow.
Everything that is in the stars system, it's all a map of what's the Earth. So they told me that a couple of years ago, and then last year it came out that a young boy had discovered that if he aligned some of the star systems with points on the Earth, he discovered a hidden pyramid or a hidden ancient village that was never discovered. And that just blew my mind, because it really just brought home Spirit had shared that, so they talked about there's so much, there's so much that we take for granted. I think we're too quick to say it's a lot of nonsense, but Spirit say to me, the Earth does not move. The Earth does not spin. Everything is stationary. And yes, when they show me in layers. And they explain that we're too quick to accept the narrative. Hi, Marcus. We're too quick to accept the narrative. we need to be more open-minded. And the more that they share, I think, do you know what it is, Jennifer? I think more and more of us want to hear that now. More and more of us want to say, okay, I want to understand things a bit more. I want to see things a bit more. And I think maybe now's the time that maybe wouldn't have been so open a few years ago. But I think COVID changed a lot of things. And even from COVID to now, people's they're wanting those answers. They're wanting to ask those questions. And like Spirit have gave me information that about before the drones, everything before they started in the sky. Me and Marcus, we shared that over a year ago, what was going to happen and the connections, and that's pretty amazing, because there's no hold bars with Spirit. If you want to ask that question, they'll give those answers. And I think it's nice that people are going to actually get the opportunity to ask the questions that they want to ask and to hear the answers that they're seeking.
Absolutely, absolutely. What was coming to mind as you were speaking is we're seeing a lot of exposure that's been happening recently, and that really has opened up a lot of minds of things that people thought just couldn't be possible have turned out to be possible and more accurate than not. And so now people seem to be hungry, thirsty, or just wanting to know more. Well, what else don't we know? What else have we been told that might not be right? What else is there? So I think the space is there and the opening is there to be at least willing to look through a different lens and see how that feels for them too. I know that this can be existentially painful for people at times to have to let go of what they used to believe to be true and accept something new.
Some people won't, and that's okay. Yeah. Some people won't.
Yeah, it goes with the territory too. So changing a belief can feel like dying to people. It's very hard on the psyche. But you do go, I just saw you rub your nose, so you know what I'm talking about. And you do that's like your spirit, like saying, yep, like agree with me in that. But you do get through it. And you're able to, and the more we can like lean into keeping an open mind, being willing to look at other people's opinions about things, and then decide for yourself, to be willing to take in new information. I have my beliefs about things, but I know like if new information comes in that looks different to me, then I'm willing to change that belief or move in a different lens from that belief too. And that makes it a lot less existentially painful for me if I do it that way too.
It is, Jennifer, when we dig into it, one of the subjects, and I think Christine Marr, she's talking about the moon. I've already started with that one, but like flat Earth, I want to ask all the questions about flat Earth, about the pyramids, about the constellations, about everything, because truthfully, and I will be and Marcus could probably vouch for this, truthfully, there was a time I wouldn't have shared any of this information because I was too scared of other people's opinions or other people's views in case they were, in case I look stupid. But it's like anything, you trust your guides, you trust Spirit, and I trust my guides 110%, and whatever they give me, I'll stand over 110%. So I very much had to go out of my comfort zone to start revealing it. And then the more the revelations and the more of the information that they would give, it would have been a shame to not give Spirit their own platform, their own space to share that.
Yeah.
I love that. I think it's fake. I was sorry.
I've always wondered that too, I've always wondered that too, because I know
Yeah.
there's been alternative viewpoints on that too. And hi, Marcus, as well. Thanks for saying hi to me too, and hi to everybody who's joined us as well too. Arnie was agreeing, yes, a layered holographic simulation too. So nothing is actually solid. So if we can just remember that nothing is actually solid, and our eyes are very limited to what they're taking in with rods and cones. So it's all about perception is crafted for us in a way. Then we can open our minds to like things being very different than what we think they are too, and just really trying to like keep that open mind. I know it makes your brain want to break for some people, but that's okay. We can change our belief and you're not going to die. That's what it feels like. But so we've got this exposure, and you just wrote your nose. So we've got exposure and we've got disclosure. Right.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of this happening too. And I think we're very it's kind of like ripe right now to start to really explore what else could it be. That's the one thing I've been saying for a long time is what else could it be? If you can just keep that one question, what else could it be? Then it opens your mind to other possibilities and letting in new things too.
Yeah. We talk about the reflection, we talk about the looking glass, and for anybody who, quite a lot of us, we know about the looking glass, we know about that. But at the same time, truthfully, our governments have told us so much over the last centuries, years and years. They have given us so much information that has all come out to be false. It's all come out to be not true. It's a narrative that it's fed to us because that's what the society, people, the elites of the world need us to understand, because that's really important, because when they have that, they have control. You know, we're not meant to have control, and you could see it in different parts of the world. It's all getting narrowed, it's all getting made smaller and smaller and everything else. But we have to be truthful and we have to overcome that fear. And I 100% trust spirit. And if I ruffle a few feathers with the information that comes forward, I am happy to do that, because I know spirit will only, I trust them. But at the same time, I think we're looking, as you say, Jennifer, with the two eyes, and we're looking with the wrong two eyes. We're looking with.
Just got chills when you said that. So spirit's like, yep. Yeah,
these eyes are tunnel vision. These eyes are tunnel vision. We want to look with inwards. We want to look with the sight of spirit. Our eyes is not the sight of spirit. If we really, really want those answers, then ask those questions, because spirit's happy to answer them, but we're not asking. We're just living in the narrative. But things are changing, and they're changing rapidly, and they are. People are asking more and more questions. And I think as time goes on, more and more, there's still a mass awakening happening. It's not finished yet. It's still going. But timelines are starting to align. Timelines are starting now to come and overlap. So I think people will be really shocked at how everything is in plain sight. Spirit say everything is in plain sight. The human mind looks for logic and a way, instead of just everything is really simple and it's all there. We're just looking with the wrong eyes.
Yeah. And I think you're right. A year ago, this, like what you're talking about right now, would be probably hard for a lot of people to receive. But everything that's transpired since then, has made people open up their eyes and kind of go, well, wait a minute, let me just take another look. Let me just take another look, and I know that's really hard. And, even for me, like my views have changed over the last year because new information has come out, and I'm like, okay, there's that. All right. And so it's interesting to see how, everything happens. I do believe there's a timing for everything too. So when it's the right time, it comes.
Yeah.
But I know what you're speaking of. I remember when I first started my development a little over 10 years ago. Um, we were having an election year, and I had some you know beliefs about how I thought like the government worked. And I thought they were just all, it was just sort of like one side was nice and one side was not nice. And then I kind of started to realize, like, wait a minute, they both have problems. I don't know if I can really trust either
Yeah.
side.
Yeah.
And even that was hard for me. I was, because it brings about a little bit of a dark night of the soul when you want things to be a certain way. You want to believe that things are a certain way, so that you can feel a sense of hope and things like that too. And then you realize you have to go deeper. You have to look deeper. And but then that also reflects on how you view yourself, and too. So it opens up a whole, kind of Pandora's box, or
Oh, it
Looking Glass of
does.
Alice
Yeah.
in Wonderland, to realize there's
Yeah.
so much more. There is so much more, and the awakening never stops. We keep having
No.
them.
Yeah, honestly, it continues. It continues. By Marcus, it does. It continues. A few years ago, I was talking to a friend, a mutual friend, about this, and I had been Spirit loved to give me songs and messages and different ways, and they said to me about 3 years ago, 3 years ago, looking glass. Judith, the looking glass. And I was thinking it was a song, and I was like, let me have a wee scooter here and see. And up came the looking glass, and it just is 100% on point, because we have built our lives on what we have been told, what we have been taught. Generational down the line. It's we've all been doing it in some way or another. And we've also been shown what fear is, and we've also been shown what joy is. But we've been able to link fear to control, and that is a massive part, because we are really scared to speak up. We're really scared to say what is really happening, what is Spirit wanting to share, what are the secrets. Is there a veil? No, there is no veil. Spirit walk beside us on a daily basis. There is no veil.
Yeah.
Was that wrong to say that before? No, we're evolving, we're learning, we're developing, and as we're evolving and developing, we're understanding things more and more. So we're moving with the times, the same as Spirit are moving with the times. Spirit have always said to me, we walk with you. We are. They showed me. It was on on landscape, like just our hills, our countryside, and they showed me the different levels and the different species that live amongst us. But because we don't match their frequency, we're not seeing them. And they showed me, and they would have been about 12 foot, and they were very translucent, but they were about 12 foot, and they're just walking amongst us. And we don't see it because we have tunnel vision, because we're looking with these eyes. We're not looking and being open-minded. And that's me included. We think we're open-minded, but Spirit will really open-mind us if we are prepared to listen. They're only too happy to share it. But there's many species walk amongst us. Many.
So not just like the fairies, but
No,
all other
not
kinds
just
of beings too. Yeah. So
Yeah.
it's always, and we know how interconnected we are with spirit world, especially as mediums, that Spirit's right here. It's not like, we're here and they're there. It's like this, but the veil is just our perception, I guess you could say, so we know that that's illusion, but it's our perception. But like Arnie was saying, the veil is being lifted, which I think could also say that our perception is
Exactly.
becoming open, or,
The
or
walls
perhaps,
coming down.
yeah, or it's
You need
becoming
the
more
veil,
clear.
the
Yeah,
walls, the veil is
the
the wall.
window is
Yeah,
been washed.
absolutely. We've been learnt. We've been led to believe that we have to open the veil. We have to close the veil. What we're actually doing is we're opening our mind and closing our mind. We're opening our mind and closing our mind. Spirit walk with us on a daily basis. They there's different levels. There's levels as not in hierarchy. I don't mean it like that, because I'm the first to be against hierarchy, and so is spirit. You know that. But when I mean in different levels, I'm meaning with frequencies. And the more we evolve, the more we can work with those different levels. And spirit talk about the grid work. And I know other people have different opinions on grid work, but what we're doing with the grid work is the areas where spirit, or we're helping spirit repair that grid work. We're raising that consciousness, we're lifting that vibration, we're clearing that area. So we're actually helping support ourselves, but also support other people. It's fascinating. I can remember I was talking to a gentleman one night, and we were talking about the moon, and I said, the moon's not real. And he says, what do you mean? And I said, I have to be honest, spirit has said to me, the moon is not real. The moon does not exist. The moon exists like everything else, but it's a reflection of everything that's going on. So the frequencies, we're being asked to keep our frequency high, because the more of us that can keep a high frequency, the more that awareness is expanding, that consciousness is opening, and the more we're all coming into alignment with each other, and the less these secrets and these hidden areas are, because they're not hidden. Everything is in plain sight, like the star structure. And how it mapped out all the ley lines, all the PowerPoints, all the villages, all the time. Like, if we had said that 10 years ago, people would have went, no, that's nonsense. But it's been proven. It's now been proven. In some of the pyramids that I've been kind of having a look, researching in different things, there was a fluid, there was a liquid around the pyramids, and it wasn't water. It wasn't all water. Some of it was mercury.
Oh my.
Some of it was mercury. And there's a lot about our world that we don't know. We only know a small narrative of it.
Yeah. Very true. I know. And it can make you feel very small, but it can also make you feel so excited that there's so much more, like, because that just expands to, so now we're going into, infinite possibility, and that really does open the minds too, as well too. I want to stop back. I know a couple of you are putting the hashtag live in the comments, so I wanted to thank you for that. That does help the algorithms, and that tells Facebook and YouTube that we're popular, and you should come and watch us, and kind of gets us in the feed. So thank you for doing that as well. And we also appreciate you hearting the video on Facebook, whichever page that you're on. If you could give it a heart or a care or a wow, thank you. And a thumbs up over on the YouTube channels and subscriptions and follows. I really appreciate it. It's a nice way to give back if you felt like you've gotten something out of being in this space too. And I do want to also say this is a safe space that's very loving. So thank you for being here, because just by showing up, you're with spirit, so you're getting some kind of healing just by showing up and being here with us too. You've got Arnie really excited, because he's fully on board with what you're saying.
But I think part of it is we don't like change. And that's part of the human nature. We're all the same. We don't always like change, and we always like we play the safe option, because that's what keeps us feeling grounded. That's what keeps us feeling safe. And what if we allow the unknown to unveil itself, to unravel and to reveal itself, because there's so much revealing ourselves. there's nothing going to change apart from our awareness and our consciousness and our frequency, because our body's frequency, everything in this life, in this world, is frequency. And there's just magic coming. There's so much to come. Yeah, there's just magic coming.
So much magic. It's funny because Nikola Tesla talked all about frequency, and I was having this conversation about the ether, the universe ether, not the to put you to sleep ether, and Tesla with Colin Walker a couple weeks ago, and we got off our meeting, and I got into my car to go to my trainer's appointment, and there was a Tesla car, and it went right in front of me in the lane, and its license plate said Ether 17. And it was like, and then Brian messaged me, Brian Millar, who's here too. He's the wizard. And he's like, that 17, that number is like, you were, that was like God talking to, kind of thing too, because of that particular number. So it was so cool. Because that's, exactly like it along the same lines of like what you're speaking of too. It's so freaking magical right now, like how things are shown up. And I've been able to kind of like tune into the grid and see how it's changing and things. I'm like, oh my gosh, too, and you're right. We're amplifiers of a grid that's in a more pure form, that's able to bring us out of this heavy density. I don't think we can exist in this kind of heavy density anymore. We have to up level it too. And so those, and like you said, there's no hierarchy in this, but those of us who can hold the energy are helping to amplify the healing, that we have maybe a healthy grid. That might be a nice word.
Also healthy body, because our body has a memory. Our bones is consciousness. Our blood cells, our muscles, our tissue. Why we talk to our body is also we're working on a frequency within ourselves. So that makes a difference. How we live our life makes a difference. The words we use makes everything we do. Even
what you eat,
what we eat, the colors of our clothes. Frequencies is really, really important. And Tesla, Tesla discovered more than he was meant to discover.
Poor guy.
He did. But I also, talking about the frequencies, I came across, and I sent it to a mutual friend, and it was a video, and it was a short documentary on time travel. And it was this gentleman, and he had been working with frequencies, and he had started, trying different things, different methods. And I get, every time I write it's 17. It has been all my life too. So
which adds up to 8, which is my infinity. I just got to throw that in because it makes me happy.
So he started tweaking and working with different frequencies, and it was for years. He was trying this for years, and he wasn't really getting anywhere. And then all of a sudden, he had changed the combination again, and he noticed a glitch, and it got his attention. So he decided, right, I need more power. I need to do more. I need to work the frequencies and the vibrations. So I'll have to get you his name. And so he continued, and this is documented. This is documented to a newsroom, to a newsreader, to a journalist. Everything that he was documenting, he was sending through to this newsreader. He was a TV presenter, journalist, and they were saying to him, you need to be careful because you're not in a lab, you're not. And he didn't. He kept on sending it through, and the more he kept pushing this, the stronger the glitches were. So he started with objects, and he put this object, and it was like between wires where the frequency. And he put the objects in, and the objects changed when they came out. So in the end, he contacted the newsreader, and he said, I'm going to do this on myself. And they said, no, don't do that. And he did. And his the shed, the garage, there was an explosion, there was a fire, and there was a big ring where he had been. And years down the line, a couple had moved into his home, and they had found a letter dated 10 years or 15 years after he went missing. And he explained that he understood that the frequencies was changing everything. And the more he used that, the higher and higher, and the more it was changing his reality. So he still existed, just we weren't seeing him because of the frequency and because we were using the wrong eyes. And that's all documented. That's all dated. It's documented. Everything he was doing it's all recorded and it's all logged. And the people who found the letter 25 years later, he had dated it. He was still there. He was still dating years after he had disappeared. He had disappeared to our reality, but he had not disappeared. He had just moved realities. And
It's a quantum jump. It's basically a quantum jump.
I must get you the name because it's fascinating. It's fascinating to watch and the documentation with it.
Yeah,
hi,
that is fascinating. That is sweet. I know. Hi, Eva. We love you. We love you. And that's what Lynn says too. Judith, this is fascinating. Yes. And Arnie's saying Tesla had free energy and was a good rock group. LOL too. And this is what Brian was saying, because he does, he plays with the numbers numerology as well too.
Ooh.
And this is his code. And so when I saw that license plate after my talk with Colin, I'm going to have to get you and Colin together. God, Ether.
I'm like, Colin's show, yeah.
I thought so. Yes. Yeah. And so it was like, and so this was what was so beautiful, because the magic kept flowing, it's like I talked about it. I put a little picture of it, and then Brian came back to me with this too. And then Arnie's like 17 is Q for quantum as well too. So this is like, we're actually seeing and witnessing and experiencing the stuff that we have been maybe reading about here and there, or seeing little shows about over on, different networks here and there. And now we're actually like understanding it, experiencing it. Now, I had the same question that Lynn just posted. Is the quantum jump where departed loved ones reside? What do you think? Like just a frequency change, because they're no longer physical.
Yeah. So I'll share this, and I think it'll make a little bit of sense. I lost my granddaughter last year, and everyone, when we're working with each other, our loved ones will come to our friends and because we're still in that grieving process. And when my granddaughter did come to me, she said to me, "Nanny, I feel all fluffy and light. I feel all fluffy and light." And she would have been a moderator on my TikTok lives. She knew what spirit could do, what loved ones in the spirit could do, and she still does. But it was her way of letting me know of what she feels like now. And yes, it is frequencies. We're in the body, which is so heavy. Thank you, you're okay. And we're in the frequency, which is a heavy frequency, and it's like thank you, Kim. Our body is like it's like somebody putting a lot of weight on you, like chaining you to a lot of weights. You're way down, you're laden down. And when we transition from here, Spirit showed me that we're all still as we are. We're still all moving around. We're just doing it in a completely different way.
Yeah.
Completely different way. And when she described that to me, I completely understood that. Very fluffy and light.
Yeah.
So
kind of weightless, basically weightless.
Yeah. To me, the quantum is just space. The quantum is space. Now I know everybody has their own opinions on it, But for me, the quantum is space. I understand. We're all of energy, and we all we're made up of particles. Has anybody ever? I do this all the time, so maybe I'm a bit of a nerd when it comes to this stuff. But has anybody ever recorded themselves within the moving with their energy body? It's pretty cool. You can record yourself, and you can watch your energy body. You can watch the physical body disappear and the energy body just particle. All you're moving, but you're still in the form and the shape, but it's just energetic. I do that quite a lot. I love
How do we do this? What's with our phone?
So if you have Zoom, if you have your phone, put it on yourself. Get yourself. Yeah, Arnie. Yep, I totally agree. If you get your phone, or if you have, thank you, Natasha. If you have Zoom, turn your Zoom on so it's recording you. I record. I love to get in selfies with my guides. I love taking videos with the energy. I love all that. And it's validation too. And the more we're open to seeing, the more spirit show. So when you are of a state of a really good vibration, and you want to meditate and get yourself to a lovely a vibration, a lovely. You don't need to be way up high. You just want to be in a nice, relaxed. And as you continue just sitting, just relaxing, I'm not saying in the power or anything like that. I'm meaning just sitting in front of your camera. And the more you work with your energetic body, the more the physical body moves. It just moves. You're not seeing it. And you can actually move your body, and it's your energetic body. And you can record that. You can record that and capture that. And it's okay. Amazing to see.
I'm trying to practice it right now, and I'm like, oh, I can do that. Okay.
I love doing that because it reminds us that we are 2 in 1. We're always 2 in 1.
Isn't that the truth? Isn't that the truth? Kim has a question about the ringing. When we get ringing in our ears, it's not the medical version of tinnitus, but is spirit trying to tell us something, but we can't hear it because it's on a different frequency. Yeah. I think we've all experienced getting that ringing of the ear that we get. Usually it's confirmation of something. But yeah, that it means something. There might be a coded message in there. Yeah.
If you pay attention, sometimes, how often have you been talking about a person, about something, circumstances or a situation, and that ringing will just come very quickly. So it can also be, like you say, confirmation about a specific person or what you were discussing or what was happening in that moment. But downloads for me is really, it seemed to happen for me. Downloads happen at nighttime massively for me. You're just wide awake. I just can't sleep through them. Wide awake.
Yeah, I've been waking up a lot more recently too, and it's like I miss my good night's sleep. There's so much energy. Yeah, and Kim is saying happens all the time. I tell them I can't hear you. Try to tell me in a different way. But yeah, if it's a download, then just trust that you're getting it too. So, and hi to everybody who's joined us. We've got a few more new friends that have come on too. So welcome. I'm glad you're here today too. And I was thinking of you being your granddaughter, your beautiful granddaughter, feeling light and fluffy after she went to Spirit World. And I can resonate with that, because it's like when I'm connecting mediumistically, especially on like a group demonstration for like a spiritualist church, or if I'm doing my small group readings, just because there's more spirits there at that time too, it's when I feel the most beautiful. Like that's the best way I can describe what it feels like to be in your mediumship, connecting with spirit world. The love is just so beautiful,
You're at peace.
and it's like, that's my truth right there too. Because people have all kinds of versions of spirit, but it's like, when I just like, I know what that is. Like, that is such a frequency. And that is what our loved ones are experiencing. They're experiencing beauty, just beauty. They're living in beauty.
Yeah. But they're also helping. They're also helping a lot of
Yeah.
people. The people that transition, whenever they transition,
Yeah.
they're transitioning to help others. They're not transitioning to carry on in the way they were. They have fulfilled their life on this planet, and they have to help many other people. And when they help many other people, they're opening that awareness and they're bringing that out. So their journey on this end it has just changed.
Yeah.
It has changed. When we leave this part, we're just moving on to the next. Nothing changes. Nothing changes.
Yeah. We're just not physical. We're not in the density of this reality or this frequency of reality. We're in a much lighter, finer space. And then continuing on with whatever our purpose or mission is that we'd like to do. And like you said, coming back and helping, because they don't go far, far away. I do experience with mediumship, the consciousness kind of doing this zip, like it's like the zip of light, light speed as it's like moving to, spirit world, but spirit world is still here. It's the realities are like this. I was shown this as a very simple way for people just to kind of grasp that spirit world isn't far away. And they showed me like an egg. This was a few years ago, so we probably expanded our ability to understand this by now. And it's like, if you think of like the yolk of the egg as our physical reality and the white of the egg is kind of like spirit world, there's no membrane or barrier in between them too. It's all the same egg. And so we go like this back and forth, and so it's like the two layers, basically. It's like the layers, like you said, 2 in 1 too. So
and spirit showed me that it's our human mind, it's the logic mind, it's the human part of us feel we have to put a lot of effort in to try and discover these things and try and understand these things. And spirit showed me that we just need to it's like flipping a switch. It's like the way we are in spirit world, we don't need to plan anything. You think it, you're there. It's by a thought, it's instant. And we can do that here. We just forget. It's the same with our language. Our language has changed over and over and over. But we all have a universal light language. We all have, we knew how to communicate through tones, sounds, frequencies. We all knew how to do that, and we still do. It's just in there, and we've forgotten when we haven't brought it all out. But at the same time, we all have that capability. Every one of us has that capability.
Oh, I love that. And you're reminding me of our next show with Nigel G. We're going to be talking all about telepathy and the connection to spirit world too. Like that's what we're doing next week too, because that's kind of what you're speaking of is our telepathic connection. It's not just through verbal language, and that's where we're moving to too, and that's exciting. But I gotta say, Judith, because I've been working on my telepathic connection, and I've been doing all of the clearing and everything necessary to make it more fine-tuned and things like that. It's getting kind of noisy.
I totally love that.
Not in a bad way, but I'm very aware of everybody in my
yeah. We all can do it. Like how often have any of us thought about a friend or a relative or something, and lo and behold, very quickly there's contact, there's a message, there's a ring. It's down to that veil, that wall that we believe is there. The more we work with the more we come back to our own authentic self, our own true self, and we practice these things. And absolutely, telepathy is completely natural. It is part of who we are. We just put the divider in. But the more we practice that, and the more we allow ourselves to work like that, and to work in, I do, I have to say, hands up, I do practice it. And I would play about sometimes, and I would think of a person and I would just put a word. I actually did it on Marcus. I know he's gone now, and I did it on Marcus because we had this conversation, and I thought, I know this, I have to do this. So the next day or the day after, I kept going, Marcus, coffee. And I kept thinking this into myself, and I kept doing it over and over. And he messaged me and he said, I don't know why, but every time I go into the kitchen and go, I keep wanting coffee and I keep getting your name. But if we could be open to that, we can communicate in so many ways. It's just mind blowing what we are capable of doing, because we are still spirit.
Exactly.
We are still spirit.
We are spirit. We never stopped being spirit. Yeah. We're just putting our little face into that pool, like on Harry Potter, and just seeing another reality in the pool of water that we're in, full of emotions and experiences and stories too. And then we just take our face back out and go, oh, I was here the whole time. It's just like that, you know. How beautiful is that too? It's just fascinating. This is all fascinating. It's magical.
I love the revelations. I love the information that spirit are so willing to give. I find it fascinating, and they will always give information that it will all be shown. What they say, they're not going to tell you something that you won't eventually see. Everybody is going to see the real reality. Everybody is going to see the truth of the myths, the mysteries that are not mysteries. We're the player and we're in the game.
Yeah, exactly. And that's the beautiful part, is the more you're willing to awaken, and that means opening your mind, but also doing what I would say is the self-development work, the spiritual work on yourself. Integrating the unconscious into the conscious. Then you get to be a conscious player in the game versus an unconscious player. That's the difference. And I think that's what people are, they say, I want to feel free. I want this. And it's like, you have to become a conscious player in the game. But that takes work. That's not, most people aren't just given that. It takes some effort to get yourself there.
You have to overcome the fear. We have to remember, Spirit always say to me, fear is only an energy that is created. It's like money. Mm-hmm. Money is an energy. It's an exchange. Love is a pure energy, but fear is an energy that is created. Mm-hmm. And the more we create, the more of that fear that's created, the more of that heavy, denser energy exists. So the more that we can be, as you say, open our minds, be the player, create our own chessboard, be that person that we're playing our own game. We're not playing the narrative. And that's what's happening. Everybody is starting to see that this game is not as what they thought it was, and that we are in more control of the game than what we were ever led to believe.
Yeah, very true, very true. It reminds me of, there was a movie called, hi Nancy, we love you. There was a movie called Serenity with, what's that actor's name? He's super hunky, the guy from Texas. I think he lives in Texas. What's his name? But it was called Serenity. But he realized that he was actually in a game that his son had created, but he was actually passed away. So it was like, but it had that same kind of theme. He realized that the life he was living was not what he thought it was, that he was actually in the game and his son was playing him. So it's kind of similar too. So if anyone remembers his name too.
Yeah, but we are creating our own reality. We are creating our own reality every day. Yeah. And the more we step out across the fear, the more we let go of the fear and we step out of our comfort zone, the more and more and more is being shown.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely true. It's not Melissa, it's not Nathan Fillion, it's the guy from 10 days to lose a guy, or 10 days to lose a guy, or something like that. I don't know. He's super hunky.
You know what?
He's the only one I can't remember. I should be able to remember his name. I don't know why. Brian, you're so funny. I said, just show up and do the fucking work. then you will. Matthew McConaughey. Yes, thank you. I'm going to start blushing now. But yeah, but if you show up for yourselves and do the work, you get to realize you're a conscious player in the game. And this is where authenticity lies. And this is not about being a conscious player and being able to manipulate or control anybody else. It's being able to live an authentic life, a purposeful life, and really create something extra magical and beautiful with more love than you ever thought possible. That's when your capacity for love opens way up, because it's not love with an agenda. It's, love with purpose.
One of the things I'm really excited about for Ask Spirit is I have no idea what question the audience will want to ask on each subject, nor do I have any idea the answers and the information that Spirit is going to pass. I'm like a part of the audience. I am part of that, and I'm really excited because I don't think people have had not the right opportunity. That's wrong. I don't feel everybody's had enough opportunity to go down that road.
Yeah.
To go down that rabbit hole. Okay, let's chat to Spirit about this. Let's ask the questions. What are they going to share? Compared to what we've been led to believe, what we've created, what we've all created around us, the life, everything else. And that's the fascinating bit, is how much interaction people are going to have with Spirit. And I think that's lovely, because I think it's needed.
Yes. Oh, I'm so excited. So for anybody who's tuned in after a little bit after we began, Judith has a new podcast that will be airing on YouTube Live next Wednesday, 7:30 p.m. UK time, which is 11:30 a.m. Pacific time, California time here too, called Spirit Speaks. And so her first episode is going to be on Ask Spirit. Forgive me. Ask Spirit. Sorry about that. It's called Ask Spirit, and her YouTube channel is right here on the banner, but it's also in the description on the Facebook event and on the YouTube event. So if you go into the description and any of the posting, because you know me, I post like crazy for my shows, all of those links are in there for you. And the first episode will be on the Bermuda Triangle, and she's going to be telling you what does Spirit have to say about this subject, and you can ask questions as well too. And so, and it's like because Judith is a fabulous,
completely interactive,
right? Judith is a fabulous trance medium and physical medium, so she's able to connect with them, and then they speak through her, or they will download the information and then you'll relay it too. So super excited. I can't wait. That's going to be so much fun.
I think that as it goes on, or even with the first, I never know when Spirit's going to come forward and try and talk, but I'm hoping by giving them that platform, I'm hoping by giving them their own space, and for them to give them the opportunity to personally interact, to be fully interactive with the audience, that they'll come forward more. I'm really excited for the revelations and the answers. And if anybody has any ideas on topics that they would like to cover, there's nothing off the table here. I've opened it up to everything. So any subjects that people would like to put forward and go, we like to consider this, absolutely. There's nothing off the table.
I love that. And everybody, you can go back onto YouTube on Judith's channel or the Sacred Spiral Network YouTube channel as well to find replays of our previous shows on Embracing Infinity, where we talked about physical mediumship too. I don't have it on my YouTube channel yet because mine is new, and so I created that post of those shows. Eventually, I'll get it uploaded, but I got
I tagged you in the comments. I tagged
25.
you in the comments for it, so.
Oh, perfect. And but yeah, you can go on the Sacred Spiral YouTube channel and on Judith's YouTube channel and see replays of those two shows that we did before on Embracing Infinity as well too. Really quick, I'm going to make a quick segue too. Is this weekend we have 3 shows tomorrow: Inner Realms, Outer Journeys, with Karen Bonifilio, followed by Messages from the Enchanted Realms with myself, Shannon Ritte, and Fran Pierce. I know you all love that and come for some fairy messages, some angel messages, or just some comedy hour, because we get very silly and naughty on that show. And followed by Shannon Ritte's hosting of her show, Guided Life, which is unique and special every episode that she does. And those 2 shows are always just once a month. And on Sunday is my Sunday spiritual service with my guest medium, Lori McHugh Smith. I hope I said that right, Lori, too. And that's at 10 a.m. Pacific, 6 p.m. in the UK. You go onto my website to sign up for that at mediumjenniferrose.com. You can sign up on my newsletter, and that way you'll get reminded of all the different events that I'm hosting. And I'm also doing my Spirit Talk Ask the Medium after the Sunday service at 3 p.m. Pacific. So if you have questions about past lives, reincarnation, spirit world, mediumship, things like that, it's a spiritual Q&A. It's a free online event. It's 1 hour. They're always fun and magical. So I'm glad I got that out really quick. So, because I know some people tune in a little like halfway through as well too. So I also want to say hi to Susan Kramer for joining us too. Oh, she saw our episode on the physical mediumship. Yeah. Because we did one last year, right around Halloween in November. And then we did another one the year before in 2024, early on in the show. I think it was spring too, as well, that we did those two. So this is your 3rd time back. Yes.
Yeah. And Spirit did come forward. The Halloween Spirit very much came forward. And
they did. I know.
They took part themselves, which was really nice. I love it when Spirit joined in that way.
I know. It's great. Yeah. It is great. So, and physical mediumship is also changing too from what it once was. So I'm happy to know that there's so many more mediums out there now with mental mediumship, trance mediumship, physical mediumship, and the minds are opening, the doors are opening, because Spirit pulled me out of the box that I was in and said, no, you're like, there's so many different realms and forms that Spirit wants to communicate. It's
you
like
never want to be in that box.
Yeah. It was like a beautiful rainbow. Yeah, I and they just said, no, you're out of that one. And it was like, then I was like, all these other realms and things like that. And so the more open you are to how Spirit wants to communicate, the more magical it gets, like more colors of the rainbow you get to see.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
and even with the physical, we've talked about the physical and how it's evolving. And again, Spirit are very much showing the new way to work in the physical, and it's in plain sight. It's happening to the sitter who's receiving that physical themselves, or it's taking part in the light. And as we're working with each other now, the way we do with Infidential, the physical happens exactly the same. And that's the magic of it. That's everything's evolving and changing.
Isn't it funny that people think physical, that we're in this like dark room with like candles and we're like conjuring spirits and no, we're sitting in a circle singing like happy love songs, trying to like raise the vibe so that we can experience the magic of phenomenon. It's so different from what people think it is.
It is.
I just laugh. They think it's so heavy, and it's like no, it's beautiful, magical. Go ahead, Judith, please.
I'm just laughing at Philip's message. I'm not sure. I'm not sure.
Don't fence me.
Fence me in, Daddy.
No box.
No box. That's what it is. I was looking at it and thinking, okay, I need to make sure I understand this message correctly. But yes, absolutely no box. It's all about being outside that box. It's all about going back to our authentic self. It's about not worrying about and I don't mean it in a disrespectful way, I mean it in the most kindest way, but we shouldn't worry about other people's opinions, because all our journeys as individual, yes, we all go, we all move and we all journey in different ways, but you know, there's no right and there's no wrong. It is just down to us and how we want to pursue that journey, and how much we want to step aside and say, okay, guide me, show me, teach me. And they'll develop us in ways, once we get out of our own way, they'll develop us in ways that we never imagined we could work with. And it's still going to progress and evolve more and more and more, because we're going to start letting go more and more and more.
Yes to that. Yes to all of that too. So you get me talking about physical, and then all of a sudden I started getting, that throat thing they do where they make your throat itch.
Starting to go a bit hoarse. It's still going a bit hoarse. So
that's why I had to mute myself and drink some water, because that's what happens to us in my physical circle. You're like, I'm trying so hard not to cough, because the ectoplasm and energy in your throat starts to.
You don't want to cough. Did you know the trick? Spirit taught me the trick. Instead of coughing, just swallow. Just swallow.
Okay.
Instead of coughing.
I tried that. Yeah.
Just swallow.
It's just so bad. I don't know why they do that, but it's just so bad. You're trying so hard not to make noise.
I have a new guide, and he started coming forward, but he my other guides that come in, when they slide in and they use their voice will change, and they'll start talking, and then it'll just slide out naturally. And I have a new one, and he comes in, boom, and he's not figured it out yet, and it's like, whoa, it's really strong. So, but I know we'll get there. We're all work in progress. We're constantly work in progress, and I love the journey. I love the learning, and we should always be that. We always want to be the student. We always want to be the student.
It's so much fun. It's so much fun. I know we've been getting in my circle, like ETs have been showing up too. So we're used to guides and angels, but now the ETs are there. Very different frequency in the room. It feels like something's going to pop or break, when they come in. It's like, wow.
So we all want to be the rebel. We don't want to follow. We don't want to be a sheep. We all We all want to be that rebel. We all want to be that nosy neighbor, that we want to know all that information. Because stepping outside the box makes us a rebel. We're going against the norm. We're going against what's expected. We're going against what people have known. We're going against that in ways that we don't know what's down that line or what's going to come out of that. But we're trusting, and the more we step out of that box, it's just amazing what can actually take place and what can happen, and how much we begin to see with the right eyes and the right frequencies.
Yeah. It's worth the journey. And speaking for myself, stepping out of the box was very painful. It was very existentially painful, because I had to let go of so much programming, so much layers, so much of we have a very protective part of our psyche that guards everything that we do and say, and finally she was able to kind of like she still is working on that, letting go more, So hi Vivian, hi beautiful. We all have that. But it is so worth it. It is so worth it because of how you feel, what you're embodying going through that process. But I want to acknowledge for everybody that I understand how hard it is too. It's not an easy journey.
No. And there will continuously be those episodes where it is so hard. Will that completely go away? No, we're work in progress. We're all work in progress. But if we can take anything and any trust, is that your team is with you at all times. Always, we're never alone, and our team is with us, and they're guiding us. And our spiritual teams around us, they will never guide us or take us anywhere that's going to harm us or it's going to cause us distress. They will very much guide us the whole way. We just have to trust. But here's something I want to drop in, and it's something we'll talk about on the show, but I'm going to just drop this in and let you think about this. The Holy Grail. There's been so many people talked about the Holy Grail. What is the Holy Grail? Where is the Holy Grail? And one thing Spirit has said to me about the Holy, and this is a topic I'm definitely going to do in the show, but one of the things Spirit said to me is the Holy Grail is not what people think. It is a portal. It is a portal. So I'm really looking forward to digging into that.
I got chills with that one.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ooh.
Everything is just the opposite of what we think. Opposite. Yeah.
I love it. I love it. And cosmic humor. Okay, kids. So, all right, everybody. You can reach Judith on Facebook at Judith Millar, and her group is Empowered Academy. Is that right?
Authentic Self Academy.
Authentic Self Academy over on Facebook. You can join that group. Arnie just joined, and you can subscribe to her YouTube channel as well too. And all of that is in the postings on Facebook and on YouTube. In the events itself and all of the posting, because you know me, I post for these like crazy. They're everywhere, so you won't have trouble finding them.
Yep.
And Judith helped. She shared it out like crazy. So the posts are everywhere with all of the links that you'll need.
Yeah.
And it's going to be so exciting. So, and again, we've got the three shows tomorrow at Sunday service and Spirit Talk on Sunday. My website is down here as well, mediumjenniferrose.com, if you want to come to Sunday service with the beautiful and amazing and fabulous Lori Smith as our guest medium as well too. Okay, Miss Judith, I'm going to give you the final words to say before we depart and say goodbye to all of our beautiful friends who have been here supporting us and joining us along the way here tonight.
I would like to leave you with expect the unexpected. Never let the unexpected never fear the unexpected, because when we finally let go of the chains that we are holding ourselves, we're not chained, we're holding those chains. We just need to let go of those chains. And the magic, it's all unraveling. Please, if you join on Wednesday night, take the opportunity, ask the question that nobody else is asking, allow Spirit to give you those answers, and let's start sharing what is real and what is true, and stop worrying about what we feel we need to follow. Be that leader in our own minds, in our own consciousness, and follow it. And the doors will open. The doors we need to let go of the chains.
Yeah. And that's the key to opening the doors and walking
Absolutely.
into the
unknown. We are the key. We are the key.
Yeah.
You know, we are 100% the key. We just need to let go of them chains, because we are the key. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It's just remembering it, unfolding it, uncovering it too. So I feel like this conversation is complete but not finished. So we're gonna have to revisit some of this. I'm hearing, like, you know, when you talk about our second eyes, and so maybe this is a part 2 of this. Our vision, our clairvoyant vision, our pineal gland, all of this kind of thing too. So we'll reserve that space again, Judith, too. I want to thank you for being my guest today, Judith. You're amazing, and I love you so much. So thank you for being my guest and my friend, and all the magical things that you are. I so appreciate you.
Oh, thank you. And I love being here. I love chatting. And yes, you're a good friend. So thank you very much for having me.
Yeah, I feel blessed that we came together too. And I think it was through Alice Trevorrow, if I'm right too. So Alice Trevorrow is the Sparkle Queen of Scotland, is like I like to call her. And 5 years ago, So the date was yesterday, but it was on a Friday, so it still counts today. 5 years ago, I was on her service and that she was holding, and it was my first international demonstration in 2021. And she heard Spirit say, "Ask that girl." She's like, "I don't know who that lady is," right? But she followed Spirit and asked me, and I said yes. And that opened the door to me becoming, demonstrating internationally for all the other churches, including Fulham, who's here too. And so I know you're not here, Alice, but I love you so much, and thank you for trusting me too. And
Alice trusts Spirit too.
Yeah.
I'm not saying other people don't, but Alice is a very much a beacon for Spirit.
She is. She's beautiful. So
very much
sparkle queen. She's very sparkly. We love her.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So, okay. Thank you so much, everybody who has joined us and supported us here. So please keep remembering to live well, love you well. Make it sexy, make it fabulous, because it's just this one life as you get to be you. So thank you for coming on to Embracing Infinity. I'll see you tomorrow for Messages from the Enchanted Realms. If you haven't gotten enough of Jennifer Rose already, I'm back tomorrow and I'm back on Sunday. I love you all so very much. Thank you, Laurie Smith, for taking care of us here today for our show. Very grateful. She keeps us safe and has made all of this work so smoothly. So we're very grateful for you. Big virtual hugs to everybody. And we'll see you next Friday on Embracing Infinity with Nigel G, talking all about telepathy. So that's going to be super exciting and how it's going to help us with our connection to Spirit. And also I will be on the Love Show with Michael Zinn and his lovely wife, Janice Tiberberg, at 6 p.m. on Monday after Be in the Light with Brian. So thank you so much. See you all very soon and have a beautiful and magical Friday afternoon and evening. Bye, everyone. Thank you.
Bye.